Inuit vs. 900-kilogram Walrus, the Arctic's most brutal hunt, EP1. Arctic sea ice, sweeping drone shots of the frozen tundra, Inuit hunters preparing gear, walruses hauled out on ice floes, soft ambient Arctic wind sounds. Welcome to the high Arctic, a place of breathtaking beauty, relentless cold, and ancient traditions. Here, where the sun barely rises in winter and never sets in summer, the Inuit people have survived for thousands of years by mastering the art of hunting in one of Earth's harshest environments. In this episode, we embark on one of the most dangerous and demanding hunts of the Arctic, the pursuit of the mighty walrus, a creature weighing nearly 2 metric tons, armored with thick blubber and formidable tusks. Join us as we witness the skill, courage, and resilience of the Inuit hunters as they face the challenge of harvesting this giant sea mammal, a hunt essential not only for survival, but also for preserving their cultural heritage and connection to the land and sea. The walrus, giant of the Arctic Ocean. Close-ups of walrus herds resting on ice, underwater shots showing walrus tusks, thick blubber, and social behavior. The walrus is a true giant of the Arctic Ocean, a behemoth adapted to life in the icy waters. Adult males can reach weights of up to 1,900 kilograms, with long curved tusks used for defense, dominance, and hauling themselves onto the ice. Their thick blubber insulates them from the brutal cold. Walruses travel in herds, sometimes numbering in the hundreds, basking on ice floes or rocky shores. Their diet mainly consists of benthic mollusks, clams, snails, and other invertebrates, dug from the ocean floor with their sensitive whiskers. For the Inuit, the walrus is more than just a source of food. Every part of the animal is utilized. The meat nourishes families, the blubber provides oil for lamps and fuel, the tusks are carved into tools and art, and the hide is fashioned into durable clothing and shelter materials. This relationship between Inuit and walrus is deeply rooted in respect, necessity, and survival, passed down through generations. The hunters, Inuit culture and tradition. Inuit families preparing for the hunt, elders telling stories by the fire, traditional clothing and hunting equipment. The Inuit people have lived in the Arctic for over 4,000 years, developing a culture shaped by the unforgiving environment. The walrus hunt is a pivotal moment of the year, a test of strength, knowledge, and community. Hunting in the Arctic is never solitary. It involves cooperation and trust. The hunters prepare meticulously, crafting harpoons, checking their kayaks and sleds, and studying the patterns of the ice and the movements of the walrus herds. The hunt is also a rite of passage for young Inuit men, a moment to prove their skill and contribute to the survival of their families and community. Respect for the animal is paramount. Inuit hunters give thanks for the life taken and use every part of the walrus, ensuring nothing is wasted. This sustainable practice reflects a deep spiritual connection to nature. Preparing for the hunt, gear, strategy, and safety, making traditional harpoons, outfitting kayaks, layering clothing, checking ice conditions. Before the hunt begins, preparation is everything. The Inuit craftsmen fashion harpoons from bone and metal, attaching lines strong enough to restrain a powerful walrus. Kayaks, once carved from driftwood and sealskin, are now reinforced but still nimble on the ice. Hunters dress in layered caribou skin clothing, designed to retain warmth and resist moisture. Ice picks, ropes, and knives are secured within reach. Safety is critical. The shifting sea ice is unpredictable, and a misstep can be deadly. The hunt begins, strategy and stamina. The hunters watch the weather, the tides, and the behavior of the walruses to determine the perfect moment to strike, blending ancient wisdom with modern knowledge. Hunters approaching walrus haulouts by kayak, tense moments as walrus react, harpoon throws. The hunt begins on the ice floes, where walruses haul out to rest. Hunters must approach quietly, often paddling in kayaks or creeping over fragile ice. The slightest noise can scatter the herd, so patience and stealth are vital. When a target is chosen, usually a large male, the harpoon is thrown with precision. The battle is intense. The walrus fights fiercely to escape, using its massive body and sharp tusks to defend itself. The hunters rely on teamwork, endurance, and courage as they manage the powerful animal. The sea ice, freezing water, and biting wind add to the challenge, making this one of the Arctic's most brutal and dangerous hunts. Harvesting and utilization, honoring the walrus. Community gathering around the walrus, butchering, preparing meat, crafting tools and clothing. Once the walrus is secured, the real work begins. The community gathers to harvest the animal, an essential source of sustenance in a land where food is scarce. The meat is carefully butchered and distributed among families. The blubber is rendered into oil for lamps and cooking. Tusks are carved into art and tools, and the hide is processed for clothing and shelter. Every step is carried out with gratitude and respect, acknowledging the life taken and the balance maintained. This sustainable use of resources is at the heart of Inuit survival and cultural identity. The future of the hunt, challenges and changes. Melting sea ice, interviews with Inuit elders and youth, conservation efforts. The Arctic is changing rapidly. Climate change is melting sea ice, disrupting walrus habitats, and making traditional hunting routes more dangerous. At the same time, regulations and modern influences challenge the age-old practices of the Inuit. But the community remains resilient, adapting their traditions to preserve both their culture and the environment. Conservation efforts seek to balance the protection of walrus populations with the rights and needs of Indigenous peoples. This delicate dance between tradition and change defines the future of the walrus hunt and the survival of the Inuit way of life. Sunset over Arctic sea ice, hunters returning home, community celebrations. The hunt for the 1,800-kilogram walrus is a story of survival, courage, and connection, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Inuit people. It is a reminder that in the harshest places on Earth, life persists through respect for nature, community bonds, and ancient knowledge. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the Arctic's most brutal and beautiful hunt. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story of resilience and tradition. Until next time, from the frozen north, Kanuipit.